Anthropogenic greenhouse gas emissions, particularly carbon dioxide, have contributed to worldwide deterioration of coral reef health, with rising ocean temperatures increasing coral susceptibility to bleaching. Coral bleaching results in the loss of coral's symbiotic algae partner, photoendosymbionts, that in healthy conditions supply the coral with a large percentage of its essential nutrients. A bleached coral is susceptible to diseases and death. As anthropogenic factors reduce the ocean's habitability, massive coral bleaching events are predicted to increase in frequency and intensity due to the rapid increment of sea surface temperatures. The highest probability of coral bleaching is expected to occur at the tropical mid-latitude sites. Therefore, the equatorial Pacific reefs fall within a high-risk zone for coral bleaching. Alongside rising sea surface temperature, Pacific equatorial reefs are subjected to El Niño events. An El Niño event occurs when trade winds lower in intensity, leading to decreased upwelling. This decrease in upwelling leaves surface waters without the relief of cooler, nutrient-rich bottom waters during the winter periods. To quantify the effects El Niño events have on sea surface temperature anomalies, we compared degree heating weeks to the Oceanic Niño Index.
To test our hypothesis, we utilized two different databases that have mapped sea surface temperature in the last 2 decades. The Oceanic Niño Index, ONI, and Degree Heating Weeks, DHW. First, we identify the El Niño region, located in the Pacific Ocean, and then applied the datasets to this specific region. Degree Heating Weeks is an indirect measurement of the number of weeks that coral reefs have accumulated heat stress from sea surface temperature anomalies. Degree Heating Weeks is found by comparing a calculated threshold to the observed sea surface temperature throughout equations 1, 2, and 3. It is understood that at 4-degree heating weeks, corals usually experience bleaching, while 8-degree heating weeks is considered to have likely mortality of the reef. The Oceanic Niño Index illustrates the oscillation of sea surface temperature resulting from El Niño and La Niña events. This calculation computes sea surface temperature anomalies in degrees Celsius. These anomalies are found by taking similar calculations that the ones shown in equation 1 and 2. The thresholds are calculated by a running 3-month mean followed by the addition and subtraction, respectively, of 0.5 degrees Celsius. Sea surface temperature surpassing the threshold indicates the periods of extreme heating from El Niño events and extreme cooling from La Niña events.
The strongest consecutive degree heating week occurred from 2015 to 2017, which can best be seen in Figure 2. During this period, a strong El Niño event occurred during the winter of 2015, seen in Figure 3. When directly comparing average degree heating week to the average Oceanic Niño Index per season, it is observed that the summer of 2015 to the summer of 2016 suffered a consecutive warming event. Refer to Figure 4. When plotted against each other, average Oceanic Niño Index and average degree heating week have a positive relationship of r² equals 0.56. This indicates that Oceanic Niño Index causes degree heating week by 56%. Further regression analysis using an ANOVA test shows that the relationship between Oceanic Niño Index and degree heating week is significant.
The El Niño event of 2015 prevented coral reefs from receiving a reliable source of food and stable oceanic temperatures that were commonly expected during that winter. A positive feedback loop could explain the dynamics of the observed heating from 2015 summer to 2016 summer. In Figure 5, we observe a relationship between average degree heating week versus average ONI of 56%, indicating that as El Niño events increase in strength, degree heating weeks will increase in frequency.
Where anthropogenic impacts increase sea surface temperatures, the coral reefs of these areas depend on winters as a reliable source of food and stable oceanic temperatures. As a product of El Niño, upwelling of cooler, nutrient-rich water is compromised. This results in the warmer waters as seen in our study, but could also lead to the decrease in nutrients provided to corals as well. This would lead to decreased abundance of nutrients for the sessile cnidarians, which would starve the organisms in addition to the consecutive heating as observed in our research. An interesting future study would be to research the impacts of decreased nutrient abundance on corals in these warming regions.